Welcome to
live.
Scale Builders Guild. We did
Week 112. I mean,
Are we ever going to miss a week?
you know,
No.
we jinxed it now, so yes.
Yeah, next week. We'll preemptively miss next week.
Exactly. I mean, somehow we didn't miss a time when we were both traveling, so like you got us saved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Vibe today.
Yeah. He's in the dark room. He's developing photos. You know, in the old days,
I'm developing a personality. That's what I'm doing.
we'll be waiting a long time.
Yeah. Hadn't worked so far. So
Hooey,
based it all on a color.
Moose Jaw said that we need an intro.
Yeah, we could, but
but then then we're gonna have to time that. The timing of that is hard. Gotta press the button at the same time.
Exactly.
There's a thing with YouTube. Shock people. Yeah.
Exactly. There's a thing with YouTube now where you can have it play a teaser beforehand, before the live feeds.
Oh yeah?
Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, well, it's there.
Okay. All right. Well, check in. Let us know where you're watching from, and how big is the TV you're watching this on?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people put this on the TV.
Exactly.
I was thinking about that today.
You were thinking about it today? A new TV, or watching something on TV?
No, I was thinking about people watching us on TV.
Oh, that's weird, right? I feel like I'm best suited on a phone.
Yeah, don't go too big. Josh bought a personality on Banggood.
Yeah. Still waiting for it to show up.
No, you bought it on Wish, and it
in the picture it was way better.
Never seen a Star Wars. Got to be 30-something. Yeah, well, Josh is 30-something, and he's never seen a Star Wars.
Yep. It's since it's the 4th of May and everyone, I honestly though, today I saw a huge lack. I think that the May the 4th be with you posts are starting to, people are like, yeah, I've done that the last 5 years.
I didn't do one because I like Star Wars a lot. I like all of the movies and everything, but I don't have Star Wars related merchandise at home. So I couldn't put together a diorama for today that had the Star Wars in it.
It's so funny that you bring up diorama already.
My diorama. I bent my Wookiee.
Can't wait for mail call.
Okay. All right. That sounds interesting. This is going to be a good mail call. There was a lot of things in the mail this week.
I had things in the mail. I've got a handful of stuff kind of all just popped in. I was like, oh,
some of those things are directly behind my head.
Ooh. There it is. So,
we can get into that in a little bit, though.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you
beyond that, the week kind of just snuck up and flew by. We've got this weekend here in the Sacramento area. There's a group of us who've been into it for a very long time, and Dean, or Chino, as people know him. Chino Fest is this weekend. Well, it actually starts today. Some of the guys flew in today, and goes through the weekend. I'll have limited time, but Saturday at least I'm planning on going. So
limited time. What else you got going on?
Nicole's flying out, and I've got a live. Well, this is what we're doing on Wednesday. Here's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm like, well, Wednesday I've got a live feed. Can't really miss that. Friday also have a live feed. Can't really miss that.
I see. All right then. Very good.
So,
excuse me. Sorry. Vincent Salpietro, thanks very much. Hi, Matt and Josh, watching from Rockland County, New York. Hey, New York. I've got a gun. Let's go to a Broadway show. Looking for a budget. You know that movie. It's Wayne's World. Looking for a budget-friendly 3-channel radio. What's your opinion on the Spectrum DX3 or Futaba 3PKA, 3PKA or PVA?
They still make a 3PK. Don't get a 3PK.
Don't get a 3PK.
You're gonna be. That's a really, really, really old radio. That in general, don't buy that one.
Don't buy that one. The DX3 is decent. It's budget friendly for sure.
That's what's wild is because like back when I started, probably when you started, like 3-channel radios, like
that was all you needed.
I'm gonna step up into a 3-channel. Like
and
I had this radio has 3-position 3-channel. Like don't mean to gloat.
Just so you know, that winch will go in and out.
Yeah. So and you can stop it in the middle. Like
anytime you want. You just hit stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say the DX3 is probably your best choice if those are the 3 you're looking at.
The 3PM may be what you're talking about is the other one. The 3PM, absolutely worth it. You can and that can use some pretty inexpensive receivers. So that's a good
choice too. Yeah.
The 3P is literally like holding a typewriter in your hand, though. Like that thing.
How about Josh? How about the the good old timey?
They still
3PMX.
3PRKA for basic rate. I got to check this out. I don't even know. Oh man, 3PMX. I'm looking up.
Josh did a really good demo on how to set the 3-position switch on this, and it's what convinced me to buy the radio, and then convinced me I didn't like this radio anymore.
It was a tricky one to program. And
first, put it into that stupid mode.
Dude, I don't even remember. So I just looked up the 3PRKA, which I didn't know that they made. I would not recommend. Honestly, like
don't go with that one.
Get something with a digital screen for so many reasons. Step up. Does the DX3 like?
I don't even remember if the DX.
Get a 3PM. Yeah, like
that DX3 does not have a screen.
Oops.
But it is $129.
Not a bad price. I closed your face off of my computer, which don't necessarily know how to get that back.
It's okay. You don't really need to see me, I guess.
Interesting. Okay. Did Nicole steal your lights? No, I just, I walked in here and I fired this up and Matt was on there. And I was like,
I think it looks good.
I'm feeling a darker motif.
He's feeling you know what? You're on the dark side today.
Is this the, well, I don't know.
I don't remember what colors mean. Don't worry about it. Logan's here, everybody. Hello, fellow nerds. Yeah. Hello, fellow ding dong.
Should we have ding dong on next week?
Yeah, let's do that. See if he wants to be on the show.
But he had said at one time that he would.
Is he amenable to the live?
He and I have discussed before.
Use guys. All right.
So
let's bring him on.
I think we should bring him on. Another new guest. It was great to have Brett on last week. For those of you who didn't see last week's show, we had Brett from Brazen Scale.
Go back and watch it because I was so happy to see him. I bought another chassis live. It was like, there's into my information. Blind Guy RC, thanks very much. Hey man, great work on the Blazer. The wipers are cool, but not important. I like my Fly Sky GT5. So Axial has a new release. He's really maximizing that $5.
Absolutely, he is.
He's getting all of it in there. Lots of things to discuss. Thank you very much, Blind Guy RC. The Blazer video, that was fun. Got it muddy. I've already cleaned it. I pressure washed the whole thing and dried it all off and sprayed Moo Slick all over it.
Moo Slick.
And now it's I'm done. That's it. I'm finished with that.
And that's, you know what? That's great. That's usually how it goes for mud videos for me. I clean them off a little bit and I'm like, I put it away, and then I don't drive it again.
Get rid of this thing. Yeah, I don't need that anymore.
Actually, I just saw Darwin here made a great comment. I think we should have Ding Dong on next week, but
tell me why.
But there's a caveat.
Let's hear it.
He has to go watch Flying Cars first.
Oh yes, 100%. I'm not. And usually for someone who was like, nah, I don't really want to. I don't want to spend the money on that. Normally, I would say, you know what, man, I will give you money to watch it. But this time, I'm not doing that.
Nope, you got to watch it yourself.
Yeah, pay your own damn $14.99. You want to be on this show? That's the price.
Yeah. So, for those that don't know, we keep saying his actual name or his nickname that Matt gave him, West Desert Wheeler. If you're not aware of who we're discussing,
usually people know them by their nicknames, but in this case,
yes. So,
pressure washing your RC cars safe? It is if you turn the pressure down. Should have just left it muddy.
Just stand further back. It's fine.
Put away wet. Was the mud truck a Ford Lightning? No, it was a Chevy Lightning.
Yeah. Your graphics were tastefully done.
Thank you. I consider it a 3. But
they can't all be winners. That. It was close enough.
Williams Lake Scale Off Road, thank you very much. Good evening, Matt. Hello from the Northeast Washington. Awesome running videos this week. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. There was a good one last week too that we haven't talked about because we couldn't talk about it.
Oh, that's right. The what's that thing called? Hammer Ray.
Hammer.
Wow. We didn't talk about that yet. No. There's one coming out tomorrow that we can't talk about yet either.
Also, yep.
But we can talk about
not another Hammer Ray.
Last week's old news. Now.
Yeah. Who cares about that thing now?
The totally 10th scale Hammer Ray.
Here it is, because let me just lift up and show you this 10th scale automobile that is not anywhere close to 10th scale. Look at the size of this monster.
Yeah. It makes the tires look like they could be 1.9s in the photos. You're like, no. The whole car.
They're not even 2.2s.
Yeah.
They're like 2.5s. They're huge. So you're telling me you got 25-inch wheels on it then? Yes. I'm gonna call Casey Curry and ask him.
Same size as the Baja Ray. Not true, Phoenix. It's much longer.
It's much longer.
It's 5 inches longer than the Baja Ray.
It's so long. You're running 55-inch Nittos, are you, Casey Curry? Okay. All right. Yeah. That's 10 scale for you then.
Soon to be released. The Nitto 5525.
Monstrous tires. Monstrous. Gunnar Nissen, thank you very much. Had good sales this weekend at an event. So let's do 15 off with code #JerkyMyMeat. Good Lord. West Desert Wheeler, if you want to pick up... did somebody want to pin Gunner's thing for me there, or at least do it and I'll pin it?
Yeah.
It's like that thing's like a 7th scale. There it is. Thanks, Dana.
Yes.
Pin message and done.
There we go.
Right. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's like 7th or 7th-ish scale, give or take.
Yeah.
I think we can do
a far reach from 10th scale.
Oh man, so far away.
But it does look good, which
it does. It looks really good. Yeah, it's like 7th scale if you're basing it on the size of the tires.
Okay, that's a weird one.
If it's a 40 in real life, that's about as close as you can get 7th scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So that was a big release. And it did look great. Other than the grill, it's like they just quit by the time they got to the grill.
I was disappointed in the grill too, and I I kind of was like, well, maybe they're just trying to avoid problems with Jeep, but no, because they I guess, they said it's not a Jeep, right? And they're like, Jeep's like, no, it's not. Don't worry about it. It's not a Jeep.
Yeah.
He calls it a trophy Jeep, but
exactly.
I
but
never
even
seen
so,
no
like,
Jeep that's IFS.
even if you're not trying to make it look like a Jeep, great. But that
Just
grill is the like
4-slot. It looks like a Land Cruiser grill.
Or I don't care if it's not that, but what they did was like the flattest, plainest, laziest looking thing. Like,
It's so plain.
it's so bad. Like,
It's not good. That part is that part's
like,
the
wait,
only bad part.
like what happened here? Who did this part? Like,
Great job on everything else. Oh, I still have to finish the grill. No time.
we
have to get this into production. Great looking truck.
It's like they sent the wrong version of the file. Like, oh shit.
Ah, damn it. That was
Did
when
I
we were
send
doing
dash one? I meant to
when we were
send
doing
dash
the-
10.
We were sending the trophy Toyota. All right. Where to get flying cars? I bought it on iTunes, so I'm sure
That's where I bought it as well.
Pick it up there if you're interested. They should have sent Matt the green one. Why? That thing is ugly. If anybody would have gotten it, it was going to be Greg at RC Driver.
You're saying he gets the uglier ones? Why?
He generally gets the ugly colors.
It's getting dark
Stop mucking
outside.
about with your lights there.
It's getting dark outside, so I have to turn this on. Sorry.
RC Driver mentioned that it's approved but not licensed, so they can't do the better grill. But it doesn't. But on the real truck, it's a 4-slot. It's not even close to 7-slot. Just do the 4-slot. Anyway.
So, yeah.
Twisted Skull Works RC, thank you very much. Tell Josh I ate White Castle and it's starting to smell in here. And Matt, I'm going to reach out to you about my RR10 bomber kit when I get some time. All right. If it's reach out to sell it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'll take it. I need to add it to the collection of trucks I'm never going to build.
Yeah, it's just we're going to put that away. We're going to put that one
Stick
away.
it up there.
You're going to put it in your spreadsheet?
It is upstairs. It's a butter grill. Everything's beautiful butter grill.
Yeah. I think we should get into some of this mail call stuff.
Mail call. Since Mrs. Moosejaw is now into RC trucks, this is from Moosejaw, time to kick it up a notch with a night of flying cars. You know what, Joe? I think if there's a night that you should do that, it's the night that you want to renew your vows. Because it's such a heartwarming movie that the two of you will just
and
be
it's
like,
got
we
a real
both
satisfying ending.
We both love RC, and one of us is 20 years younger than the other one. It's perfect. West Desert Wheeler said next week will work out well, so we can talk about tomorrow's old news by then.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Usually, it's
Why
right
do
after
I
Stanley
sense?
comes out.
Why do I sense Logan may know something about this?
There's a chance there, right?
There's a chance.
Or
So
the
you're
fact
saying
that
there's a
Axial
chance.
put out teasers saying tomorrow's the day, but
If I were Axial, and I'm saying this out loud, maybe tone it back on your teasers.
like tease rather than or
Instead of full release, just tease it. Or maybe don't. Maybe just announce it when it comes out.
like, oh wait, look at that. Yeah, there you go.
There might be more credence. There might be more interest. If you don't go, just kidding. Show you tomorrow.
Like, here's the whole thing. Just for a second. Like, okay, well, I saw it now, and we have the ability to stop that. Like, oh, okay, I see that now. Thank you.
Don't pull a me and schedule the premiere.
Yeah. Tonight, when we're done with this video, I have some video editing to do still.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
Interesting.
Nothing special. Nothing,
Checkered past. Will Rich ever catch a break on product releases? Well, it's not like anything didn't come out of there on time. Like that's exactly what they were planning on doing. So it's not like it was.
Yeah. No, they planned.
That was their release. That They knew when they hit the button what they were doing.
Yep.
What about full release, Matt? That's for another channel.
Jimmy Two Horses, thank you, sir. Live long and prosper. Obi-Wan, May the 4th.
Oh,
I don't
Star War.
Yeah. Do
you have the
Great
Disney
War.
Channel?
The Great War, as they called it.
Back in 77.
Back in the day. Do I have the Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go and watch all the Star Wars.
Yeah, I won't do that.
All right.
I mean,
All
I
right.
could, but
You won't.
I feel like
That's
if I'm
fine.
going to do it, Nicole and I are going to sit down and do it and document our, like, all the build up and both of us just being like, yeah, I don't get it. This is
She's
silly.
never seen it either.
No. Neither Nicole or I have seen a Star War.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
What do you think of pre-orders? Yeah,
It's a great question.
this is another conversation. This is a conversation for after. Let's get mail call out of the way, and we'll come back to that one because that vintage RC is an excellent question.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, you want to start? Are you ready?
I've got lots of things, lots of little
So
things.
do I.
But
Lots
first
of
of all, I did
things.
get a new replaced my mouse that I had been bitching about for like maybe a month or two. So got
Is it
myself a
radio
new mouse.
controlled? Which one did you get? Is it Razer? It's a Razer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the exact same one that I had. I just bought a new one and replaced it.
Once you get used to a mouse, like I hope EVGA never changes the X17 because I absolutely love the ergonomics on this mouse.
I liked
And
it
it's
too,
got a
but I don't.
sniper
I
button.
have to have wireless.
Well, then you can get the X20.
Yeah, I
It's
had
wireless.
the 17, but I should try the 20. But I run a Razer in here, and I run like a G60 something out there.
Yeah.
Logitech,
Logitech
but-
G20, I think, is the one I really like. But the ergonomics on the EVGA one are just so much better for my long, spindly hands.
Yeah. So, but wireless in here because I'm constantly moving it off the desk or moving it, So,
Bow.
yeah.
Like
that-
Golden Tee. When you're playing
Yeah,
that game.
exactly. So I also got some books. I got the 4 volumes of Ingenious Mechanisms. And a fun little collection that any designer should definitely own. I don't remember what they've had lots of editions. I don't know what year this one is. I forget. But some very cool books with there's pictures too, so don't worry. It shows
It's
you.
all blown out.
Yeah, it's okay. But that one's
I'm
fun.
never going to look at them.
Oh, I know. So there you go.
You're not a designer. You don't need these books. Is there a chapter on weathering? Josh can read. I'm as surprised as you are, Ian.
I love to read very boring things to what most people would consider.
One of those mechanisms is a bookshelf.
Okay.
The best in the For Dummies series. All right, what did I get? Kapow! I got one of these in the mail the other day.
What is that? Mogridge.
It's the
Oh, is
Mog.
that the-
I'm feeling very Mogrich right now.
Rock Hobby 1/18th Mogridge.
The ROC Hove. Anyway, here it is out of the box. And I've already gone ahead and weathered it.
Yeah. It's small.
It's 18th scale.
Yeah.
Does not have portals. It's basically, aside from a different chassis, it's basically exactly the same as all their other 18th scales.
Yeah.
But I gave it some love by weathering it and making it a little more interesting looking, with some rust and some oil dot method and streaking grime and all kinds of fun stuff. But
It's a lot of effort
there
for
you
an
go.
18th scale.
there you go. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Wood not included.
Yeah.
That's,
No, I see.
That's professional bagged dried wood.
That was your You were
That
going to
was
use
my
it for scale
contribution.
nationals, but you're like, you know what? This could be too heavy. It didn't fit in the scale points box.
Yeah, I was like, where do I put all this wood? How many points is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. But yeah, I mean, it's cute looking little truck. If you like Unimogs, especially unlicensed ones, then this is the right one for you. I'll give it a little running video, but I don't think it's worthy of a review on its own.
Yeah, I could see that.
Portals on the bug, but not on the mog. Who are they? Axial? Zing. That's a good one, Jeremy.
Speaking of the dioramas, which we were discussing.
A diorama. Oh, hey, what the... Wait a second now.
So this came in the mail.
Who's
along
that
with some
from?
other parts. This came from Hard Park RC.
Are they the ones doing the things? The, like, challenges? The little 24 scale stuff?
They're doing 24 scale stuff. Are they doing challenges? Because if so, I am unaware.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
So this looks like it comes in multiple. This is obviously the bottom. Because it looks like
all
pavement.
right. Yeah. Good eye.
Yeah, I haven't.
You clearly haven't done anything with this yet.
I didn't open it at all.
Is it styrofoam?
It's
Or an
like foam core,
extruded
like,
polystyrene foam core? Okay.
it looks like either that or extrude or expanded PVC, something like that. But yeah, it's got a nice print on it. So, but yeah, it's made for 1/24 scale. I do think that they make 1/10 scale as well. But it's Hard Park RC.
Cool.
So, it's I'll have to put this together.
Yeah, you will have to put that together.
Well, you show us your next thing.
All right. David O'Brien, thank you very much. Really, a chapter on weathering, LOL. And then DK has been trying to slip this in. Did anyone tell you the mud truck wipers were upside down? No, they didn't. In the whole video, not a single soul said anything in the comments.
I can't imagine that to be true.
It's true.
Wow.
Nobody said anything. I know. I feel pretty special. All right, here's my thing. Check that out.
Hey, look at that.
It's a Farven Kyber beetle body. And this is, I thought, when you showed it to me on your side of the video stream, I was like, cool, Sand Scorcher. But nope, this is gigantic. It is not Sand Scorcher sized at all. It's really more in that 11 something wheelbase size and quite wide. It's quite wide.
It is very big. I agree. I mean, I of course didn't really know what I was getting when I ordered it.
No,
and I
clearly.
showed you a photo and was like, "Here, you should order one.
You should get one of these, dummy." So I did. 341 grams. That's not too bad. Hey, look at that.
Yeah,
it's a rusty room.
It's a rusty room, all right. Agreed. I wonder
Shippy
if I have
too. I guess I could paint it up like Shippy, but then you'd lose all the Farben Kyber. We'll have to figure something out.
There, 1/24 scale diorama.
So realistic.
Yes, it's very very realistic.
Looks great.
Yeah, well, there was the paint job that it really ties it all together. You can tell how good it looks.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Scale Garage on the Harleydesigns channel. What is happening here?
right.
No, it's very strange.
The majority of what came from Hard Park RC, though, is these things, which in here we have SCX24 bits, pieces, and chassis. So this is like their bodiless chassis. They've got a bunch of 3D printed support stuff that goes with that.
That's not an RC Garage. That's a set from the movie Saw. He wants to play a game with you.
Carbon fiber version of their chassis and an
Cool.
aluminum version.
Oh.
And then bead lock rings with titanium wheel faces, or bead locks
Dang.
with titanium wheel faces. And a bunch of other, well, I think the rest of this stuff is all like 3D printed braces and sliders and things like that go with their chassis. So, yeah. Hard part crawlers.
Hard part crawlers. Okay.
Do they have, is that what their website is specifically?
This episode brought to you by
hardparkrc.com. Hard part crawlers is what it says on the tag. It's all over the place. You get your branding more.
Yeah, Guy on a Moose. Josh did not make that bug body.
I did
good.
not.
He's not that good.
Not that good.
No, came from the Philippines. All right, that's pretty cool. Good stuff in there.
Yeah.
What else do I got? Oh, John Schultz sent me an Enduro Builder's Kit. Duh.
Version 2, which very
the
similar to the first one. It was, I think maybe they included the new Panhard in there and shock towers. Is that correct?
Delrin pivot balls, maybe?
I don't know. That could be.
You get the factory team gold shocks, though, and that's exactly why I wanted this, just for those shocks. So
right.
That's for all the chassis that I've gotten in the past little while, so I can do the Element comp builds.
What's your plan?
I'm going to build it up. I'm just going to build up the parts from the kit that I need for the kits, the transmission and the axles, basically.
Okay.
SSD is sending me their axle stuff.
The new housings.
The new housings. So I'm going to use those. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, here's one version of it, build it up, and then complete that chassis. And then here's the other one, and build that up, and then,
And then if you like the first one better than the second,
you got to go back and build that one again.
Now, the biggest problem with that stuff is with these aftermarket chassis and things like that is normally it's like you got to figure out body mounting and electronics mounting and all that. So it's like you got to go through all that stuff twice. You better hope that you get it all.
Well, what I'm going to do is put 2 different electronics systems into each one.
Oh, good. That way you're doing a lot more switching.
Absolutely. I want to make this as complicated as possible. One week It's going to be one, and then the next week it'll be the other.
Oh.
And then I'll decide what I want to do after that, which one I want to keep.
Okay.
TRD Adventures, thank you very much. 20mm googly eyes fit great in the bug headlights. Oh. Let's see how
Toxic crawlers. Thank you, sir. Hey guys, just watch Flying Cars, and damn it, they need to make a sequel, man.
Heck yeah, they do.
So many questions. It's like the episode after the finale of Ozark where they're just interviewing all the people. We really need to know what everyone was thinking, where they were at, and their lot. How do you have googly eyes handy? How is that a thing?
I've always got them ready to go.
Why?
Always. You just never know when you might need them. That looks great, though. I really like that look.
I'm flabbergasted at the fact that you had googly eyes. Do you have 10mm googly eyes?
Yep. There you go.
I don't know what to say to you.
Do you need them larger? I also have larger ones, too. In fact, Josh.
Can I see
This is an emergency can of googly eyes.
I don't know. Why? I
you
buy
just never know.
dumb stuff. And that...
Open this tin. Choose the correct size googly eyes and stick them on. Turns any object into a living creature. Suddenly, even the most boring stapler, broom, or remote control is a living thing.
They didn't know what they were... Oh my god. So the collector RC says, be careful, Disney might be watching. And
yeah.
Patches says, Reminds me of that Reliant Robin with googly eyes from the Gambler 500. I'm like that. I need to build that Gambler.
Yeah, that would be good.
I need to buy another couple of bodies from Camtech.
DK goes, I legit carry a bag with me everywhere.
I don't know why I hang out with any of you guys.
You know what though? I didn't realize this. I thought they were just like you had to use your own self-adhesive, but they have a self-adhesive backing already on them. So you can quite literally pop them on anything. They could go on the Unimog. They could go
ready
on
to go.
The Land Rover Defender. They could go on the Beetle. They could go on the Curry Enterprises Hammer Ray. I'm just thinking of all the trucks with round headlights. Old-timey Hilux. What else? Any Jeep. If you have a Jeep, on there. You could go on the Ripper.
Don't you dare.
Can you just imagine? Okay. All right. That's good. The trucks. The eyes look great when going through gates. The truck looks so nervous. You could even do like angry googly eyes. You could put like an angry, like a little tiny like lid on them, so they're cranky. They look good on Jesus pics too.
The CCXRC version of googly eyes.
Yeah. Yes, we know how he feels. All right. Cool. All right. So what else have I? Was it my turn or yours?
I think it's mine.
Okay, go ahead.
I think you did. I've already opened or removed from the header tags and filled one small slot of this new case with just 4 different sizes of titanium hardware that I bought because I'm going full comp. If you didn't know this, Matt, like things are getting pretty serious.
Okay, good.
So I bought 4 different 16 mil, 20, 25, and 40 mil titanium hardware.
And it sounds like my googly eye set.
Spent like $150 in to get 100 screws, you know.
Oh my God.
And then I also bought a bunch of aluminum hardware off eBay. Okay. But that will obviously take somewhere between 10 and 100 days to arrive. But
right, yeah. It says will arrive sometime between April 20th and April 20th, 2023.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah. All right. Well, it's not technically mail call, but I finished the TWS CTS VTR 4x4. And
we should talk about that some more.
I know we should. I know you had some problems. But yeah, I finished mine up, painted it metallic green with a gold backing. So it actually has kind of like this nice iridescent kind of effect, which I think this actually looks pretty good. It
looks pretty period correct as well.
Yeah, the format that I did, I think it was about as... I should have done like that, you know, the splash logos that were always on these. Right. That would have been kind of cool. So, but here's this, and yeah, let's talk about you not doing it good.
I started that. I've had that kit for a couple of months or whatever. And last Friday, I decided to start building it.
Uh-huh.
And that kit
threw you for a loop. To be fair, it was not an easy construction for me either, and I had the designer on my chat telling me what to do.
Oh, I'm so glad that he didn't join mine. Because I would have stopped much earlier to be like, what in the
yeah. What in the friggity frig did you do with this? And there are a lot of weird choices made.
Honestly, I mean, it reminds me a lot of the MST that they were also, you know, a part of. That kit is like $280,
which is not cheap. I will say, it looks quite good.
It does.
It is a good looking little kit.
The body, the bumper fit, all that. Even the tires look pretty good. But
these aren't those tires.
It is not worth anywhere near $280.
I would say if you priced it at $199, that would be a better price.
Question it. It's worth maybe it's probably worth closer to half of $280, in all honesty.
That's almost correct.
It's an all plastic chassis, the rails and everything. The axle construction is just like
But once you get it together, it's not that. It's fairly rigid adjacent once you get it all together.
Rigid is one thing. So is a tub chassis CC01. It doesn't mean that it's worth that kind of money. Like, it's just not. It's the construction style of it is it's like if a designer from Tamiya had a fever, and it's just.
I know
the instructions were terrible.
The instructions were very bad.
The instructions were some of the worst I've used.
I will concur. I will concur with that.
It's just so like I quit in the middle of it. I'm like, I have no interest in completing this truck. So I removed the body and the wheels and tires, and
you should at least finish it, John.
I have no interest in finishing it.
You gotta at least finish it.
I see. I've built the MSTs that it's basically the same as. I've built the CMX, the CMX or CFX, the CFXW. I've built all of them. I'm like, oh, this is very familiar, and somehow makes me not be interested either. It's just like I really liked the body, and the body is done to like the level of a MST, so it's done really well.
Very
the lines
well. And there's
beautiful.
Lots of nice plastic accessory bits that kind of finish it off.
Yep, the body is fantastic.
Yeah, they did a good job on the exterior, and the idea of the whole thing is cute. Like, I like this short little wheelbase, plucky little 10th scale style truck. I think these are always going to be kind of fun. The construction of the kit was
I don't hate that
abysmal,
part of it at all.
And considering that they say you can do CMS or SOA, they really kind of didn't include any of the actual instructions or what parts you need to make it chassis mounted servo. So I'm guessing my way through that part still.
Yeah,
which is annoying.
I got the axles together and the chassis transmission is all together, and just the way that all that stuff goes in there, I'm like, this is terrible. Like, this is
weird.
It's weird and bad. It's just like, I need to connect these things. It's like when you're building Lego and you're like, oh, I see that they had this part from something else and they like repurposed it for this type of thing. That's what it makes most of that kit looks like. Like that rear floating transmission mount with the O-rings and set screws. I'm like, this is such a garbage.
That was a very Tamiya thing, but not
terrible.
Completed well. Anyway, I've got some vintage stickers that I found in my collection here from Autographics of California. So do we go high voltage?
Ooh, high voltage is such a good idea.
It's pretty cool, right? Then there's this sort of like squiggly line thing.
It looks like candy stripe or like.
Yeah, but something. The pink and the yellow could look good with the green.
It could look good on that color. That is true.
And then we've got yellow neon flames.
No.
You think high voltage?
I feel like high voltage, yeah. Well, okay. I don't know. The pink and not the flames for sure.
Okay, all right.
I feel like those are pretty period correct looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They're all pretty good. Spinning Lines, that's what that one's called. Copyright 1989.
Good Lord. Honestly, I'm surprised at how well the header tag looks.
Well, it's because I keep them in a pressure sealed vessel.
That sounds about right. I don't want the UV rays to get to it.
And, yeah, exactly. No, they live in a box under the bench. Okay, so that's the TWS CTS VTR 4x4. Flames for sure because he didn't like them.
Make it look like the Mirthmobile. Just coming up us, right?
Finally, I finished the BRX02. It's all done.
I thought you were going to do something wild with the body.
Wild? No, this is wild. Black and green, all on the same body. It's for someone else, and I know that. I said, "Hey, what color do you like?" And he goes, "I don't know, whatever." So I was like, how about an authentic Land Rover green? It's like, yes, that'll
British
do just fine.
racing green.
No, Ardennes. It's Ardennes green.
Yeah,
ooh, I forgot. I got one other thing. One second.
Oh, all right. The it almost matches his little, what is that? The Camtech down there. Wonder if he used the same color. I bet he did.
The Camtech?
Yeah. Did you use the same color?
No. The Satan is painted in more of a
oh, okay. It's
khakis. Khakis. Isn't it shocking that everything we talk about is basically right here at all times?
Somehow it doesn't shock me. Googly eyes shocks me more than anything. There's no way you're going to be able to top someone saying, googly eyes fits. And you're like, oh, these?
All right. So a viewer messaged me on Instagram. He said, I'm sending you something. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Nice. Weird that you already have my address, but that's fine. And I wasn't expecting anything or really thinking about it very much, and then all of a sudden in the mail, this shows
you
up.
got the beautiful Porsche 45th anniversary. That is such a cool kit.
I couldn't even believe it when this showed up.
Mainly,
what a very, very nice man.
Actually amazing.
Yeah, very, very super cool. And I'll have to build this live and curse my way through it, because apparently it's not an easy build.
Yes,
it's the Tamiya way.
I've seen some videos on it. It's just such a cool kit. Like,
yeah, because it's old, man. It's
old.
It's my age.
76.
I'm as old as this almost. It's actually a year older than me. But yeah, can you believe that? Like, what an amazing gift. That needs to stay sealed. Oh, I couldn't do that. I have to.
Oh, yeah. They're built to be built.
Yeah. They're constructed to be built because it's a kit and you have to build it. But just the style of it and everything, it's such a great body.
I have almost zero interest in retro RCs typically.
Yeah.
But that one was one of those ones, like when they redid it and they showed, I was just like, oh, it's pretty cool. Like,
yeah. So I'll be building that soon.
I did forget that I had two more things. Look at that. Cliffhanger in a Power Wagon. What? Who would have seen those?
What are you talking about? That's crazy. Hey, Dave Zilla. Hi, buddy. Are you going to modify it? Are you going to modify it to the so the body fits properly? I guess so.
Oh, do they fit weird?
That'll be Ripper money someday. Well, you're crazy if you open that box.
Really? They're re-releases, aren't they?
Well, it's a re-release of the kit that came out in 1976. I guess,
so it's a re-release.
I don't know. Just got to build it, man.
Yeah.
And then I'll put it on the shelf afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
I also got a bunch
that's
of...
the move.
We got Vanquish stuff. A lot of stuff, because Josh sent me the Beetle body. And I was like, I might as well order some Vanquish stuff.
Might as well order some stuff so I can put it all in one box.
So I got a bunch of axles and shocks and stuff like that.
Yes.
They're built to... Josh used Matt's word magic. They're built to be built. It's a Riri, build it. Yeah, and it was a gift. It's meant to be built. Exactly. If the man who gave it to me found out that all I did was put it on a shelf and then sold it in 20 years, he'd be pretty pissed at me, I think.
Exactly.
So we're not going to do that.
Cool.
Straight to eBay.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, sucker. I just made $500.
Dale C. Thank you, sir. Well, 7 more dump trucks of dirt.
Oh, dude, that's so much
He's
dirt.
trying to change he's going to have to change his physical address of his house because it's going to be like,
what he's doing is he's going to change the rotational curvature of the earth. It's like all out of alignment. Whoa.
He's going to change the watershed of the actual area. Like, no, the Mason-Dixon has moved, or whatever you call it. Continental Divide. It is now over at Dale's house, and then takes another sharp right.
We can explain now why the Nile switched directions. Oh, man. It's so good. Look it up before you decide to open it. It's just it's a Riri. It's not. All right, let's find out how much they're going for on eBay. What is this? What number is this?
Tamiya 1976 Porsche. Porsche,
yeah. People get cranky when you say
Porsche. Is it 934?
Yes. 934 Coupe.
Yeah, coupe.
Let's say what model number item 47477. There we go.
200. Oh, Active Power Sports, as always, $270.
Okay, see, just that's
Active Power Sports though. That's not a real. That's like.
Oh, but the shipping is like $5,000.
No, it's like always in stock, and it's just, 387 on Remote Control Hobbies. 300 on eBay. Oh wait, that's a different one. That's not the 45th.
I just, you know what? It's not even a conversation we're having. I'm opening it and I'm building it.
Exactly. Yeah. There's absolutely no point in not building that.
But 496, 532.
I see the highest one I see is $687, not sold, but for sale.
I found it. I found one for $1,100. But there's so many of them, guys. It's ridiculous. We're opening it and we're building it. The end of the story.
Absolutely. That's why we have a YouTube channel.
I love that Riri is a term that is used in this hobby of old men with toy trucks. Well, that's what it is. It's a re-release.
Re-release, yeah.
Riri.
Like,
it's a Riri.
What else? What? I don't even know how.
What else would you call it?
Is it because of Rihanna? Riri? Don't they call her Riri?
I don't know. Is it worth more if it says built by Matt? The price usually goes down if it says
exactly.
Yeah. Open it right now and end the conversation.
Do it.
Fine, I'll do it. See, look, it's open. I already opened it. That shininess is just the box shininess.
Actually, don't, because you were going to listen to me. Like, why?
I would never listen to you.
Okay, thank you.
Except when you're my comp coach. Then I always listen to what Daddy Josh says. There, it's opened.
I can't believe
Can't reseal it now. You stupid idiot.
Do you have any idea what you've done?
You just ruined the value.
Ben
the value went down.
Where's the
dummy?
finger blade?
Oh, look at that. To the owner of this kit, you stupid idiot for opening the box.
I can't believe you.
This is pretty cool, man. Look at this. It's got the inside of the box has the German flag colors.
Yes. God, they do such a good job with some of that stuff.
There's even, oh, wow. There's even a laser-etched little plaque that you get.
Aha.
A certificate of authenticity.
Does it come with a display stand?
No. Probably not.
Dale, thank you. My name is Dale. I have a problem. Yes. Oh, we're aware.
Oh, we know that, Dale.
We were going to tell you. This whole show is here to tell you have a problem.
Dear.
And Jeremiah, thank you, sir. Hey, Josh, how did you like the Reefs 888? Also, I'm enjoying sushi. Try spicy tuna and spicy. Sushi is always. I'm always in for that. And
I love
actually, it sounds
sushi.
really good. I wish I was eating. But as far as the 888, I'm liking it a lot. I'm only running it on 3S, so I'm not getting full benefit of it. Because I'm running it on a truck that I had a Fusion installed in, so I can only run up to 3S.
The triple three, triple eight, which one?
888.
I want to run that
the
winch.
lucky one.
I
I spooled up the 300 IS winch with it, the comp spec. It's pretty interesting because it's got like a soft start to it. So it's like
that's how the other one worked.
Which is I haven't ran one with that soft start. The Holmes is pretty much immediate. You hit it, and it's just which it tripped me out for a second, man. Because I run a momentary winch or a momentary switch for my winch.
Right. So you were like, why isn't this working?
Yeah. So I was just like, because I would, like with my Holmes, I'll kind of tap. So I had to get used to that for a second.
Obviously, you run it on momentary. Why would you run it on any other way?
Well, a lot of people will like hit the button and it will winch. Like not.
Yeah, you hold the button down.
A lot of people do not do that.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Yeah. So,
all right. Kenneth Robinson, thanks very much. Hello, guys. Just want to do my part for the channels. Well, thank you very much, Kenneth. Much appreciated. You're already doing your part by just watching.
Watching is numero one.
Should I paint it box art or should I paint it a different color?
Box art.
Yeah? The white, eh? Just the white?
It's so good. Or you do it German flag.
And kind of cool too.
And like Alex says, googly eye headlights. Oh, Tiny Truck Fabrication said it. Googly eyes on the Porsche.
Next thing you will be asking Josh how to use a deburring tool. I will not be using a deburring tool in this style of Josh. That is for sure.
I'm going to send one to Matt in his next order.
Oh, weathered box art like after a 24-hour race. That'd be pretty hot too.
That would be good. That would be, I like that the best.
I like that idea a lot. That's a great idea. Thank you for that idea, RC Ritter FPV.
Yep, that's a great idea.
Great idea.
And you're actually able to execute it. So,
yes.
Can we discuss the fact I got this Power Wagon?
No, we cannot discuss that.
Power Wagon, the most overused, overplayed, but such a good body. I say it now that the point of me buying this is I'm going to put it on that truck that I'm running with the reefs and all that. I am going to try the Moose Jaw tutorial video on weathering Lexan paint.
Oh, that's great. Are you going to do it live?
Yeah, just in here. Just.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did that.
I could. So it brings up a good point. Moose Jaw was painting live in his live stream last week.
He's in a garage. He probably had the door cracked.
He's 4 walls and
he probably had the door cracked though.
He just kind of went like this.
I swear to God, he would have had the door open. The garage door.
I don't know that he would. Moose Jaw likes to party. So. You know, he's a bit of a rock star.
You don't want to mess with him. He likes to party. You're funny, Josh. You're such a funny guy sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Is
the Fusion any good? I love the Fusion for its convenience. But there's things about it I don't like. In the comp truck, it's pretty good. I wish that it had more punch because I like that, and it's very neutered as far as punch goes in that way. But it's smooth at least. So there's pros and cons.
I prefer the Spectrum 2-in-1s because you get more KVs.
I bought the Spectrum 2-in-1 as well, and I actually gave it to Brandon to run in a truck. So we're actually going to run them kind of side by side a little bit more.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
But they're actually about the same kV. So.
Well, there's an 1800, that's where the Fusion tops out at, and then there's a 2300 that you can get in the Spectrum.
It was unavailable when I bought them. Was the problem?
So okay, so you're wrong. Just say that. Magic School Bus, Magic School Truck, Magic School Bus, Magic School Truck. I use a Pash Talon. Yeah, that's what I use. Gravity feed.
That's called Pash, but Porsche is called Porsche. And that's not.
Yeah, well, this is a double A-S-H-E. I don't know.
I don't either. Ray Warner, thank you, sir. Googly eyes, everything. Do I have to buy a can of googly eyes for this show now?
I would prefer if you did. Perry G, thank you very much. Since you've already screwed up and opened it, you might as well send it to Josh for paint. Wow. Ouch.
I need to decide on colors for my weathered Power Wagon.
Scale garage, weathering, next is scale hubs. And a driver, Jeremy. Don't forget that.
I've got a driver. I got drivers last week. I showed them.
Oh, did you see? Remember? I put a driver in the Land Rover here. Look at that man in there.
There he is. He looks far too tall.
No, he's perfect. He's perfect.
He can't see out of the side window.
Sure, he can.
No, that is far too tall.
No. He's just got a helmet on.
That does not matter. He's way too tall.
He's fine. Pache? I guess it could be Pache. I hadn't considered that.
Exactly.
Anywho.
But
Cutter? No, that's not Cutter. Cutter would look like a baby in there.
I actually got tagged in another video. Someone else, or not video, but a post on Instagram. Someone else who had put a tiny Josh in a
Frenchman in a crawler did that.
Scale crawler photographer.
Frenchman in a crawler.
Oh yes, a Frenchman in a crawler is his Instagram page.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yeah, in a jupe of some sort.
Yeah, it sort of looked like you. I think my version of you looked more like you.
It was, well, the flocked beard was helped as a selling
killer.
Point.
Yeah. Jeremy, do you approve? Because this is your truck body now. I'm going to run it once, and then I'm going to put it in a box. I really went all out on this, too. I painted all the things. I painted all the window trim.
Ooh.
I used the proper glue to put all the windows in.
Oh,
so they won't just pop out.
You do it when it doesn't actually matter or cost point, But I will never forgive you for that.
I know. It'll never happen again. Okay, so what was that question that we wanted to talk about? Pre-orders, yes.
Yeah.
And then we need to talk about, well, I guess we can't really talk about that yet. Tomorrow's release.
We can't talk about tomorrow's release. I mean, sounds like something we would do, but
keep it. We'll wait until next week. Pink Pig, that's a good theme too, but I think I'll go weathered box art. All right, okay. All right, so pre-orders. I think
the
a
question
pre-order
was, how
is.
Do you feel about pre-order, right?
Okay, well, and here's how I feel about it. I think they're okay, given the proper window of time. That is that can be contentious.
I think that there's a lot of factors though. So when I'm doing it, so I feel like the proper window, it's the amount of time that you're looking at the pre-order, the company that you're buying it from, and how trustworthy or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to pre-order from someone who I'm just I've got no idea. It's partially
you know what
to me
I'm never going to pre-order? An electric car. I'm never pre-ordering a Rivian. I would never do that.
You know, it's. I think the other factor is price, not just like the level of price, like, but if there's any incentive to pre-order. Like,
Right. Like, am I getting a discount?
I will weigh those three things. Am I getting a discount? How reliable is the company? And what is the length of time?
Right.
If it's a long way out, I better be getting a pretty good discount if it's a company that I'm relatively, confident in.
If it's a like, let's limit this just to RC stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think that's probably a easier conversation for us to have with everybody. What's sort of like your limit in terms of time? Because I mean, they're all reputable companies for the most part that we deal with. Like, I think like most of the releases lately, like when we do a release video, for example, the Bronco STX-24 Bronco, for example, that was like a month before you could get it, right?
Yes. So it was about like that. Yeah.
That's about, for me, that would be about the limit. I don't know that I would go any further than that. And in fact, that's already like, you're asking a lot of somebody, especially in the RC industry, to wait a month after giving you their money.
Agreed. And if it's just for the regular retail price, a month is going to push it for me. Like, I'm going to be like, Now the one, I guess the kind of caveat to that is like right now in today's mystery of supply chain, like sometimes I'm like, am I going to be able to get it otherwise? Is there no way I'm going to get on a first batch, or I'm going to have to get lucky and find it through another area?
Is this the only one? Like, is this the only one opportunity I have to get this thing?
Right.
With an RC car, no, it isn't. Is it guaranteeing you even that you're going to get on the first shipment? Not necessarily, depending on how many other people pre-order it.
We've seen. How long did you wait? You pre-ordered the Losi drag car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you waited months and never got it before you canceled.
Before I canceled, and then I got it.
Yeah. Like,
I don't remember if I bought it through someone or went to a store and bought it. I don't even remember what I did.
Kickstarters.
Kickstarters are different. That is because they're asking you to fund them making the thing.
Yeah.
In the case of all of these RC manufacturers, it's just, do you want to be one of the first people to get it? That's basically what they're saying.
Really, the only time I will pre-order in, like, for an actual regular RC car, things like that, is like when I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get one on the first batch.
Okay, a great example was the Tamiya Blockhead. There was somebody in here who pre-ordered it in November and still doesn't have one. I really desperately wanted one of those too, so I pre-ordered, and then I canceled the pre-order when my local hobby shop got one, and I just went and bought it. But there are things like that where it's going to be limited. Like, it's not like Tamiya does these weird re-rees and stuff. And
what?
And they are hard to come by. And then if you don't get one right away, people jack up the price on them. So
and then people don't fully appreciate them, and they just open the boxes. So rather than just
completely ruined it.
I pre-ordered the STX-24 Bronco, and the store gave it to me a couple of days early before he was supposed to.
Whoops.
What's the name and address of this store so we can report them immediately?
Yeah, because that will not fly. That is not how this works. Is Vanquish pre-order or just out of stock? Usually out of stock.
We don't even take back orders.
There's no such thing as a back order. Yeah.
So you can back
Jeremy
order
Kilburn
places,
said,
but that's none of ours.
Jeremy Kilburn said he pre-orders everything he wants based on my review.
I'm waiting to see.
I'm going to see that in person. Yeah. But it's one of those things like I remember a few early pre-releases where it's like this isn't coming out for like 4 months from the point at which it's been announced. And
Yeah,
it's like
man, what were
that's
some of
too
those?
long.
Wasn't the laser nut like wild far out?
Yeah, LaserNet was one of them. It seemed to be months and months and months, and I think that was partially a supply chain problem. And
That
the
was
boat,
that
the boat
was
got stuck
absolutely
somewhere. And,
that was mid COVID, like heat of
Yeah.
it, because I
Yeah.
remember I was with Tony Mazza, and he and I was like, hey, I need to go run this car. I'm like, I need help with this thing.
Yeah.
So he and we got into his Jeep and we went to the lake where we would normally run. And I remember we like pulled into the lake, like down to where we would normally film. And there was the entire lakefront was just solid cars along the waterfront. And I was absolutely blown away. The first time I'd been to the Watt, because everything else was closed, people had to go outside. So they're like, hey, let's all go to the lake. And it was
Yeah.
absolutely packed.
You're like, well, I guess we're not running it here.
We drove to like we drove to every spot at the lake we possibly could. Finally found one that I'd never been to. We ended up hiking way back to get to it. It was just, it was insane.
Rift was that way too, wasn't it? Dana said it was 3 to 4 months before it came out.
Wow, that was what I mean. That was also during COVID, I think. Yeah, it was.
It was.
All or None RC. Thank you, sir. I think pre-orders are pretty cool, other than the early Bronco was way too fast. And I'm a little disappointed that the SCX6 Axial Fest voucher. I'm a little disappointed that the SCX6 Axial Fest vouchers. What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah. West Desert Wheeler said, I really liked that when the Phoenix was announced, you could buy one. Totally got me to buy one the same day. And that was sort of the point that I wanted to make. I much prefer when it's like an all-out push. One day, here's all the media. So like all the, pre-release kits or media kits or whatever are out there all on the same day that you can buy that product. That's what I like.
Yeah. As a consumer, I like that best.
Absolutely. And does it hurt you as a retailer to do that in any way?
I don't feel like it does. Honestly, I feel like it can hurt you to do it the other way more.
I think so too, because what ends up happening is, let's just say, for example, let's make up some products. Company X comes out with a truck and their pre-release is 2 months. And in that 2 months, company Z and Y and B and everybody else come out with other things that the consumer who has pre-ordered that first thing might appreciate more or might have more interest in. They'll cancel that pre-order. Then you've lost that sale.
There is one flip to that. And the reason that, like, of how it does, the pros side of doing it as a company. And that is the fact that if you're doing it in advance enough, if you have cash flow issues, you can get the cash to pay for the product. Right. And that is part of why I talk about like the company itself and their reputation. Like that's where, like, when it's that case, like, hey, we're doing this pre-order so that we can actually pay for the things. I'm just like, I don't love that idea.
Dodgy. I don't love that.
Like, I feel like that's part of running that. Like you should be able to fund that to them.
Yeah.
But so,
Oh, here's what it was.
You see that a lot from small makers. They're like, here's what we're doing. Get your orders in now, and then we'll have, once they're paid for, we can have them made. It's like, well, in the real small scale of things, it's like, I get it. I don't like it, but.
Kilburn was saying you got Axial Fest tickets for free if you pre-ordered the SCX6 through Horizon.
That
must have been on the page only. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I suppose if it's for either Axial Fest, it's $100 value for California's.
That's a pretty good deal, man.
It's a very expensive car still.
Carson, no, we can't give you any info on the new Axial.
No, we cannot.
Wait. You can wait until tomorrow. But
At
I want
a
to
certain
know
time.
now. Yeah, at a certain time. I don't remember what time it was.
I don't either. I'll have to look it up.
It's sometime in the morning, let's presume.
Does deposit qualify as a pre-order? That's a great one.
Oh,
Ripper
good
back
question.
in the day. That's I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it was technically labeled as a pre-order. And that was purely because that was just going to be like such a low production thing, and that's why we ended up just turning them off. Like people, those things, like the pre-orders started going up.
The
We're
Ripper?
like, nah, yeah, like,
Oh,
turned it off. Like,
we're done.
like we really thought we were
We're
going to make
done.
like 30 of these.
Not
This is way too
130.
many. Turn it off. Like we're losing money by making these instead of other parts. Like
That leads me into the next discussion topic that I suggested to you yesterday, where
oh yes,
we come up with our own personal RC hell. Like, what's the one thing that you could see the other person treating as like the worst possible thing they could ever do? And I've already come up with yours is.
So it's, to you it would be fine. To the other person,
oh no, it would be hell for either of us. But what I've come up with for you, this is the scenario. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it here. Vanquish is completely 100% responsible for the aftermarket sales of Rippers. And you, Josh, are the one who has to handle that. So you have to deal with the seller, you have to deal with the buyer, and you also have to act as an intermediary. So the truck has to be shipped to you, and then you have to ship out the truck to the buyer.
I don't know if you can understand how many layers of hell that would really be for me.
Because not only do you have to receive the product, you have to make sure it's as described in the seller's classified ad.
The only thing that would make it worse was if at the same time I still had to have a public post out there with the price of what the Ripper was going for, just so everyone in there could post their, that's the dumbest goddamn thing. My 94 Dodge Durango doesn't cost that much. I could actually go wheel this thing. Like,
I could buy a used XJ for that.
I could go wheeling in a real car for that. I'm like, listen, the person buying a $10,000 Ripper is not interested in wheeling a $6,000 XJ. Like,
they've got standards. If they're gonna go wheeling, it's gonna be in their $60,000 JL.
Yeah, without any scratches or dirt. No.
Yes, exactly.
Or they just put 40s on their Gladiator. 60s.
Yes. Ben. Nice Jeep, by the way, Ben.
Christopher Little, thanks, sir. I have backed where company was raising the capital to produce the item, specifically in fly fishing. It has worked out so far, but definitely buyer beware, because I have a buyer beware going on right now to me with a reputable company that I bet a bunch of you in this chat own product from. And Dale C. also. Where did you get that info? I pre-ordered on their site and I didn't get anything remotely saying that. I spent $250 plus on tickets. I didn't know anything about this.
That's all news to me. I had no idea that existed.
So, yeah, I have no idea.
Logan's doing his part to lower the used Ripper market price. Rippers are overpriced by a lot. It's a 10.2 chassis inside.
Oh, the chassis is the least.
That's the least
amount of
important
machine
part.
time in that thing makes it way more worth than any of the rest. It is, and it was built to be on that chassis for Axial Fest.
Yeah, that's the
Honestly,
only reason.
They're really not even that overpriced for how much. Like,
How much
for what we
machine
should have sold them
time is
for,
in there.
what we did sell them for. Now the value keeps going wild, so that's a whole nother thing. But they're There's
They're
very
all
little
going to end up in
at
the hands
that
of two
time.
people. And then
Yeah,
those
exactly.
two men are going to fight
They're
to
just
the
gonna-
death. Well, I guess that's it. There's only one person left to buy rippers from.
They just all.
Mine.
They didn't make the Durango till '98. I know that, Alex.
I knew if anybody was going to check that, it was going to be Alex. Because I heard it and I was like, I don't know, man. 94 seems early for a Durango.
Yeah, I was gonna go with my standard '94 Dodge Ram, but
Dakota. 94 Dakota.
because is the '94 Dakota when you could get the convertible? Because that's kind of cool. It was right in the. I don't remember. It had to be somewhere near that.
Dakota convertible.
While I think of your personal RC hell, because you went way too hard on it, and now it gave me an actual like bit of a tension headache in the back of my head thinking about it.
Nice one. 1989.
89 was when that convertible was like.
They 89, 90, and 91. They built 2,842 in 89, 909 in 1990, and 8 in 1991. Oh man, 8.
8 in 1990. Yeah, my neighbor growing up had one. That's why it had a white black top. It was just like
That's cool.
it kind of was. So,
Probably
I'm trying
not
to
very
think.
safe.
It had a roll bar, I think.
Did it?
So
pictures again. Oh yeah, it did.
Um,
Yeah, all right.
So a little bit.
That's pretty sick.
I mean, really?
Oh, somebody put like those old school, like the hub, the steel wheel, but then it's got the hubcap in the center, just the round.
Oh,
hubcap.
yes, I do know.
That actually looks pretty boss like that.
That's kind of like the wheels you were looking for your Model E, but you showed them.
Is that what they look? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I don't know if I'm spending the money on wheels and tires quite yet.
Right. Will I ever take the top off my Gladiator? The Freedom tops.
No,
probably.
Freedom
but
top.
not.
Yeah.
Probably
rest of
not
it.
the back part. Like I haven't taken the top off my JK in
That's the thing. If you're
6 years.
if you're really into going topless on a Jeep, you buy the soft top.
I've had soft tops, and I would much
Well, they
rather.
suck. They suck
Like,
really bad.
Yeah, I liked the hard tops better for taking them on and off. Like,
Yeah, I don't have the place to put it.
that was.
And I have the Sky One Touch, which is way better anyway.
Yeah, that is fairly
The side
nice, I
panels
agree.
come off if you want, so you can still.
Honestly, my favorite part about any of them though is taking the doors off. So.
Oh yeah, heck yeah!
So.
Kick your leg out the side.
Yeah, you wear shorts, you get a little breeze up the pant leg, short leg. What are you gonna call it?
Short leg. Yep.
Up the short leg to the short leg.
That's the one. That's the feeling.
So, okay, personal RC hell.
Did you come up with one for me yet?
You were hateful with yours. Is my problem.
Well,
like
that's what hell is like, I guess.
I'll see if this one is. I feel like it would be definitely one of mine. Like, you can do whatever you want with you get all your RC cars. You still get to build whatever you want. You still get to see things early, all that. But you can never show or talk to anyone about them ever.
Oh my god, that would kill me.
Would you still do it? If you couldn't post a picture, you couldn't talk to people online, you couldn't make videos. No, you had every tool and RC car build. You got to do all of it. You could look at other people's photos and see things that you liked and were new, but you could never show a single one that you did.
Like at all. Like it's not even like it. Oh.
You can
like
go run
this-
them and all that.
Oh, I could still have fun, but I couldn't shoot videos. I couldn't take pictures.
Not unless it was just for you. You could have your own little Your own little album in your phone, but no one ever gets to see it. You know what? You can talk to your wife about it. That's it.
Oh my God, she wouldn't care.
I know, exactly.
Be like, you'll never guess what came out today, Rebecca. It's a little tiny samurai. I'm gonna put stripes on it. Shit. That sounds pretty hellish. I don't know. Like, I think most of the fun for me is showing them to other people, talking about them.
Talking about it, discuss, put it out there, discussing what's this or that, and go. That's it.
Yeah.
Would you do it anymore?
Yeah, I'd still probably do it.
Would you?
I'd still probably do it. Yeah, I would. I mean, I love the hobby, right? I like the building and the constructing and the tooling around in here and goofing off and stuff. So I'd probably still do it. I mean, there's a lot of times when I've thought to myself, I don't really want to do it today. But I still come down here and do it anyway. So, yeah.
But a lot of times
I think
that
even if I could,
is like...
Yeah, the motivation is to share it off. Yeah, for sure. Shoot, I think it's solitary enough that I would still do it. Yeah.
I feel that would be a tough one for me.
Yeah. Well, I don't need the personal gratification outside of this room like you do.
Yeah, I like the construction types and the discussing of it. Like,
yeah,
as frustrating as Facebook groups are, like most of what I'm participating in those groups on is not with my own photos or things like that. It's usually other people's posts. Like, I rarely go post in a Facebook group.
I don't do that.
I rarely post on my own Instagram. Like, normally
this sounds terrible, but I barely post on the Scale Builders Guild.
So, yeah.
I should do that more. I should actually start doing build threads again. Those were fun.
I go and I just interact with other people's stuff and like to talk about it. Like,
see, this is more like it. Like, DK says, imagine Matt coming upon people talking about RC and he's just standing there screaming internally. Because it'd be like, just want to talk about. Like, that would be worse if you still had, like, if I still had to go to events and go to things and participate in the hobby but couldn't talk about it. That would be worse. That would be hell. Like, you can still go to the events, you can still comp, but you can't take any pictures, you can't shoot any video, and you can't do all of that. But
you have to give it to me, and I get to edit it and put it in my video. You're just like,
that would be the worst. Tony's like, you have to watch flying cars 2 times every day for the rest of your life. That doesn't sound that bad to me. I like that movie. I could do it too.
I could totally Perry G, thank you, sir. Matt should have to be a cinematographer for flying cars too.
Again, I think I could elevate that. Take that to the next level.
I see so many opportunities there. I see nothing.
I see nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not, guys, for this version, let's just make sure she's over 18, okay?
Yeah. Can we have her go in to like renew her driver's license just in a quick scene, quick one? Like, she just goes in,
just buy a case of beer.
Yeah,
that's all we need her to do.
Get cool.
Are you 18? Well, yes, I am. Here's my driver's license.
We just want to be more transparent about some of these questions that were raised.
Just protecting you, the producers of this film. These lives would have been a lot different if you couldn't talk about the tiny trucks. I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Yeah. Ben, I had told in the mod chat yesterday to remind me about a story, the Firehouse story, but I needs to be in a stream where Nicole is with me.
Yeah. Talk about that one on Friday.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have to wait.
She's not going to be here.
I know. So it's going to have to wait. But it's the story about me trying to buy a fire station.
When I first heard about this, I was like, is he like really into Ghostbusters? when he was buying this place or thinking about buying it? Like, was that the kind of the reason for this or what?
Yeah, it's just I wanted it so bad. And we went back and forth with the trying to negotiate the fine. They even threw in another house on the deal.
Look, we'll throw in a few houses. They're all on fire right now. So you're going to need to get this up and running right away.
So the next one that falls on will be the Firehouse.
Flying Cars 2 opening scene. Camera pans out from a birthday cake with 18 candles on it.
That's the worst because they're like, wait. This better be a prequel.
Whoa. Prequel. Yeah. Just to be fair, just to be safe, let's put 19 candles on it. And say, well, it's been a whole year since that whole thing with that other thing with that guy.
Remember last year when we met at the RC race?
When you were 18? This movie writes itself. He's gonna. What's he? Flying Cars 2? Comp crawling. That's what it is. Flying Cars 2, Road to the Scale Nationals. And he goes to the Scale Nationals. And they invent a jumping class just for him.
It's a new move. He's like,
Class
like the Karate
4.
Kid, the crane, but it's a new jumps through the whole course.
Class 4. Flying jumps. I would watch that movie, though, to be honest with you. I would watch that sequel. I would watch it hard.
You know what he could make? Yeah. I'm just saying, if we wanted to make some live stream takeover merch, we would do a radio lanyard that's like a tie.
Holy cow. Yes. Oh, man. Why don't we have any LST merch?
I'm just saying, that's how we class
idea.
up comp crawling.
Absolutely.
The tie lanyard.
Everybody has to wear dress shoes. That's the next comp. You got to dress up like your favorite character from Flying Cars. Well, that's obviously easy.
Do you do it clip-on style? Because I feel like that could be a radio. No. You do it because, people start flexing with their radio lanyard knots. Like, I don't
double
know
Windsor.
This is a double left-handed Windsor. Like,
in Matt's case, Frying Cars Scale Nats edition. Yes. Well done. Here's another personal hell for you from Kilburn here. Josh has to package J Concepts bodies for life. No designing, just touching them and bagging them. God damn, Lloyd!
Stapling the header tag just through the body.
Oh my god.
Plot twist, they split up and she comps against him and wins.
Oh snap. Or he still loves her and he lets her win. But let's be honest, that guy can't drive to save his life.
He's going up and he just hits the last gate. Dink. Like,
comp's over, she wins. I love you still, baby. I'll see you after school's done.
Did you finish all your Lunchable today? Like, can I have your Capri Sun?
We'll finish your science project on Sunday night. God.
I'm really on this tie thing. I really want this.
I do like that idea. She beats him in the comp as well as Matt. Yeah. I make a special appearance in the movie. And my credit is man who finished in 100th place. She was the little girl that Matt beat.
Full circle.
That's great. See if she wins the comp, she has to be in the 3rd grade to make it realistic. Oh, you guys. It's so great. This movie does write itself. I've been watching a lot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I had never seen it before. And that is highly recommended watching those people.
I've never watched it. I've never watched the full series. I've only caught pieces here and there.
I've started from the beginning. I'm only on season 5, but it's frigging hilarious. Highly recommended.
Yeah, I that would be a good one to watch. I just finished the second half of Ozark, the final part.
Oh yeah, I gotta get on that again.
Yeah. So that's it's over now. I'm sad.
Matt starts the slow clap when she finally beats him. What if they didn't count her scale points and she actually beat you? Not possible. They didn't count my scale points in class 1.
Yeah. She actually won because she got to use Matt's box. This here. Scale. Here. You can have these scale points.
Here you go. Yeah. That's the turning point in the movie. She's like, but I lost all my bed rolls. Someone took my bed rolls. Where are they? And I go, hey, little girl, don't worry about it. Thank you, old man.
Eric Baker, thank you. With your and Matt's great plot ideas, how hard would it be to film Flying Cars 2 short film at Proline by the Fire?
Oh, man, we could totally do that. Would Nicole want to be in a movie?
Absolutely not.
That's like that time I said to Rebecca, look, I need you to go open the door. I'm going to film you opening the door. Just as a test piece for a commercial that I'm working on. She's like, okay. I don't have my hair done or anything. I was like, don't worry about it. No one's going to see this. It's not going to be used for anything. And then I showed this proof of concept to the agency and they went, oh, that's great. We'll just use that. I was like, and then it made it into the final commercial.
Did she ever see it? Did you tell her first? Oh,
yeah.
You're so much better. I would have just been like,
I was like, so remember that thing where I said you weren't ever going to be seen by anybody? Well, you're about to be seen by everyone.
Is that Rebecca? Like,
is that the front of your house? Uh-huh. Is that a lot of stars from television shows at your front door? Yes. It was, yeah, it's terrible.
Are those Matt's pants on the porch? Nope.
There's a wedding ring in the scale box of stuff. That's a good idea, Adam.
That's how. Oh, what's it?
This, you know what? Sometimes fan fiction is better than the real thing.
So much better.
So much better. So much better.
It's so much better than hiding it in a cake.
Or, here's a good one. He's her winch man. And he's got the winch stick. And she has to, like, winch up a gate. And she attaches it to the winch stick. And then she gets herself through the gate. And he goes, okay, take your winch off this winch stick. And he's put the ring on the winch stick. Huh?
I'm so disappointed in us. This is terrible.
You can tell I'm feeling better because this is a premiere episode. This is going to be one of the ones when we go to the Scalies. They give out the awards for best regional
the
weekly
Scalies
live
hosted
show
at the Meredith Palmer Fun Run Race for the Cure Pro-Am.
It's the night before the night for the other Oscars ceremony where they give out all the technical awards. And the ring has googly eyes. Indeed it does. I bet the Flying Cars director's wife is going into local hobby shops looking to see if there's a daughter working at them. What? What, Tony? I bet the Flying Cars director's wife is going into local hobby shops looking to see if their daughter is working at them.
I don't get it either. Don't worry.
I don't get it either.
What is Tony going for?
Come on, Tony.
Oh.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle now has a new meaning. I'm telling you, Flying Cars 2 Electric Comp Boogaloo is going to be an incredible movie.
I mean, Southern California, Proline by the Fire. I think we could probably get a cameo from...
Oh. Should I email them? Be like, hey, we're going to be there in October. Do you want to come and hang out and we'll do a little, like, sesh? Maybe we can get them to do a live screening outside at Proline by the Fire at night.
So good.
I'm sure they're not doing anything.
You know. You think we can get Rachel and...
autograph signing session with the cast of Flying Cars.
They'd be like, what?
That piece of shit movie? Yeah, you got to come out here. It's cult
You got to
classic.
come out. People love you.
There's like 15 people that have seen it there.
Like, can you bring the Ranger? Please. We'll bring the plywood. You don't need to find another one.
You don't need to steal anymore. We'll let you have this one. Because this story has to have some backstory in this guy's life. I'm Tony. Have you seen the movie?
He said he watched it right away. Perry G says he's only watching the Scalies if Matt comes up and slaps me. Keep my steam truck out your mouth.
I don't understand. Did something happen at the Oscars?
Yeah, what? That was only a month ago.
They'd already be divorced in the sequel. He'd have sold all of his RCs to pay for child support for his 5 kids that live in a trailer. Robbie, that's dark.
Can the entire movie be filmed at the event and played on the last day? Matt would
might be
feverishly.
Feverishly. I don't think they spent a lot of time in the editing room on that movie. Barely made any sense. It would be our version would be a lot more accurate for the RC portion, that's for sure.
Yes.
I don't think John Schultz was a creative consultant on that movie. Because the hobby shop guy, that was pretty accurate. He was pretty cranky.
John Schultz could have played the hobby shop guy.
That means he would have been that girl's father.
That
also checks out. Yeah, he is like 80. So I don't think Vintage RC. I don't think Traxxas would sponsor Flying Cars 2.
Ooh, yeah, I don't see it either.
I do like that name though. Flying Cars 2 Comp Car Boogaloo. Comp truck Boogaloo.
Comp truck, yeah. Can't call it a car.
It's not a car.
They're not cars. Every time
they're pickup trucks. Yeah, every time you call it an RC car, it makes my head explode. That's my personal hell. You calling them cars.
I have car insurance on everything.
Jake Kilburn said, headlines. RC enthusiast mob torches movie screen at local event in California.
Starts a forest fire, national news. We got permission to play the teaser of the movie that was being screened.
2 local RC idiots blamed for fire.
One, a foreigner, and
obviously there with ill intent. Flying Cars 2, sponsored by J Concepts. John Schultz would have been flying drag cars. Watch your back.
Well, I mean, at least Proline by the Fire, we've got
that one in the bag.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm there. Nothing's stopping me.
Now we got to build cars.
Medieval themed cars.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I'm never good at. I've never done a theme build for an event.
I can't say that I have either. I've always built, to my taste for an event, but never for a theme of the event. Source of Blaze found to be a LiPo, charging at 15 amps. This is why this show is so good. Because there's so many callbacks.
And they can all just let's use this one over here. And
that 15 amps works for everything.
The Axial Fest has always had like themes for their events. Sometimes they're not very well known.
No.
No one's like, you didn't build to the alien theme? I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like,
yeah, I found out about that one quite late. And I didn't build anything for that either. Then there was the Prospector. Yeah,
that was a
mining.
a few years ago. Yeah, like gold. They gave out like gold pans for the awards.
That was pretty cool. That was a good one.
Yeah, but
I built I built this thing for that.
The half track?
Yeah. I was like, that's a mining car. Sure. Truck. Mining truck.
Okay.
I even put Scale Builders Guild Mining Company. That's what SBGMC stands for.
That's how you know. That's how you know it was there. Yeah, but so I guess I don't know if I will build something medieval or not.
Yeah. I don't like when I think of medieval, you know what I would put on the back? I'd put like a trebuchet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
catapult, trebuchet. Yeah.
Not a catapult.
So
trebuchet. Those are way better.
Sure, I'll give you that.
They are.
But
engineering wise. Yeah, so
let me see if it's in the book.
Yeah. It probably is. Don't look under if it says if you look in the index
Genius.
Catapult, see trebuchet, you know that they know.
Let's see. I opened right up to the T's. That's good.
No, catapult. Start at catapult.
No, it's not in this one at least.
In medieval times, there was no titanium nor carbon fiber.
Yeah, that's why I'm having a real hard time thinking about building to a... No, neither of them. It's not a very ingenious, I guess.
Matt's Hell would be having to explain why he's not using a Dremel to make a precise cut. Damn thing will get away from you. It's good.
Dale C, thanks, sir. Serious question. With Horizon owning Axial and Proline, do you think that they may cut down on events to save money or allow them to run as is? It is a good question, and it's one
that's my theory.
Thought of for quite a while.
If I
have concerns this year.
If I were Horizon, I would definitely limit. And I would, and this is just my own personal opinion, but I would cancel Axial Fest going forward. Because it's not in their best interest to do an event where there's only one brand present. They're gonna want they're gonna want to make it Horizon Fest. I know what you mean.
I did miss one from Jeremiah. Sorry. Josh RC Hell, he can only use Lloyd bodies and no Vanquish and can only use leaf springs. I would stop the hobby. I would quit.
Done.
It would be done. Like, that was fun. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, goodbye. This is now a gaming channel. We will be playing The Sims 24 hours a day.
We have to talk about sim stuff after this conversation.
Can do. I am concerned about the longevity of Axial Fest. I hope that I'm wrong because I really enjoy the event, and it's very close to my house, which is another bonus.
Well, and it's close to Josh, so I mean that's nice too.
Yeah, I do have concerns though because, like, you know, with having a hard time finding a location, I'm a little bit concerned about this year's planned location with the terrain that may be adjacent to it. So I don't know. And I feel like if they have a bad year, it could make a decision for them. And I'm concerned about that. Cisco Grove was fantastic. Amazing location. Donner had better terrain, but was harder to get to it. But the rocks at Donner and the views and everything like that are much better than Cisco was. You know, like,
I think aside from the terrain, though, you got to look at the numbers and the ability to host that many people. And I think that's the bigger challenge that I think that sort of event has, is that if there is no camping on site, for most people, that just, they're like, well, why bother? I'm not driving for 4 hours to play for 8 and then go home.
Right. That's definitely the problem. It's just like they kind of took Cisco and they've kind of split it over the last couple weeks. Like Donner, like, hey, we've got a place that's awesome terrain, but it's not a great place to host an event as far as like the rest of it. And then they're like, but this year we got and then they found a nice campground, but the terrain isn't. So it's just like, I'm concerned. I don't know for sure about this year. I was going to try and get up there soon, but there's still a bunch of snow up there. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for me to go up there. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah. So either way, I'm going to be there. But I just hope that it's a great event. Like I've had a great time every other year.
Oh, I've had a blast every single time I've gone. And I went like 4 or 5 years in a row, and I absolutely loved it. I don't know that I can commit to it this year. It's sort of like, you know, being the first year that we're sort of not completely locked down. Work is going to be kind of a main focus for me for this summer.
Right.
And I am committing to Proline by the Fire. I'll be there for sure. Because we've got 24 Hours of Satan to do, and
the short film to film.
Flying Cars 2. There's a lot of stuff we gotta fit into that weekend. But it's I hope it doesn't go away, but I think it probably will.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll just I don't know. I'd love to see it continue, but I don't know that if I were Horizon Beam Counters that I would be all, let's just keep like 6 different events going.
Yeah, that's I don't know, because events, as much as people may think, they don't necessarily make money. I don't know if any of them really make much money. They cost an absolute fortune, and especially to run in California because of all of the things that you have to have and provide and carry, and it's
insurance.
On the back burner, since you mentioned gaming, maybe a collab with Neological or similar. Neological would be a great one. I watch his videos almost every day. I don't think
I know that one.
He's a gamer who plays a game that I really enjoy called BeamMG. And
I love that game.
It's such a good game. And honestly,
what's
gaming videos, Neological.
Neological? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that BeamNG. That's a fun game.
I do too. And for some reason, gaming videos are just like a little bit calming to me. Like just real.
Well, that kind of actually takes me into the last thing that I think we should talk about tonight, and that's sim racing. I was thinking about putting together a little sim racing rig because I was talking to my friend.
Now. I want to do
it. Shit, that was too easy. Jeff. Rex
My
Racer.
name is Jeff.
My name Jeff. My friend Boots. Dora and Diego. He's into sim racing.
Yes.
He's got a whole setup, the 3-screen rig, and
is he iRacing?
Yeah, he's iRacing.
Okay.
Man, I am so all of a sudden super into it again. I had a PS3 with a Thrustmaster wheel and the whole like thing, but now I want the seat. I want to go
Fantech.
Fanatec. Right?
Yeah.
I want to spend easily $2,000 on just like the wheel and the seat and stuff. I know. I am in. I'm in 100%. I've got the PC for it. Why not?
Honestly, I've been thinking about building a new PC.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I don't need a new PC in here. Like the PC that I have in here, I'm just like, it streams great. And then I run Fusion on it, and it's got more power than it needs to for Fusion, really, because it's not all that CPU intensive or things like that. I'm like, I really don't need to build a new PC. But if I was making it a sim rig, like, hey,
then it would just be for that. But see, that's the thing.
Sure.
Like, how do I fit it into the basement without it looking like I'm just taking up more space with that?
That is my exact problem.
Because there's no room. I can't put it in here.
So, I don't know how I would do it either, for sure. Like,
I would want a nice seat.
I would want a seat as well.
And probably like the cage so it all goes together and fits properly. Wouldn't want to just clamp a wheel to my desk. That's not.
No, that's
unacceptable.
I know. I've looked at it a bunch of times for no reason.
Yeah.
But if I had some friends that were doing it,
I'm a friend.
You would do.
You would be acceptable.
You would be.
You're not top of the list, but you're on it.
The prices are finally dropping on graphics cards. That's also a thing.
Well,
that's part of it.
Braise up a cage. Live streams from the sim rig, 100% video. You know me. I would do it.
So, I'm thinking about building a desk anyway. Maybe I could have like a swing out wheel with the.
Ooh. The thing is, you want a rig for all of it, because you don't want your seat to be on wheels or something and then you slide away from the pedals.
Yeah, agreed. That it would need to be it's
way cheaper than a flight sim setup. And you know what else is cheaper than? Racing real cars.
Yep.
By a large margin. Brazing after dark. Yeah.
So
well, that's something we can both
we're gonna have to discuss
obsess about
more
for the next little while.
I know.
We'll even throw in like some off-road games too. Why not?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's so many options of things to like. iRacing is for sure like legit and all that, but there's so many things you could still do. Just get the Corvette you wanted. I know, but like that's the whole thing. Like if I do that,
Corvette you wanted.
I've had thought recently.
A Corvette.
I love Corvettes.
Which one would you get?
There's a couple of different ranges I've looked at. So I'm just saying, I don't know. Either a C6 or a C5Z06, one or the other. Not sure either. But
I know you don't have the money for that.
I mean, if it was for a car, I would. Like, then I could use real money, not RC money. RC money doesn't count.
They're paying you too much over there.
C7Z06, not a chance.
No way.
because I don't need a, like, partially why I want it would be to do things to it that would make it less valuable and more unreliable. So
If you wanted that, you should buy a Viper.
either that or I'm like, and I would, the reason is because like I've been wanting to build a motorcycle again because I don't have a motorcycle anymore. But I won't.
Well,
I don't want to ride in California. So
nope. Get yourself a car.
I know. That's the reason. Cars.
This is the same man that almost bought a fire station. That's true.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. You go ahead and get your car.
But the problem is like I've got to park it somewhere. I've got to either make room in the garage for it, which that's full of RC tools and machines. So
yeah. There's a thing. They take up a lot of space and time and money. And you've already got a hobby.
I know.
Get a flying car.
That's why motorcycles was like I was like, well, that could be because then most of the tools I have, I would be able to build motorcycles with. You know, as far as like, yeah,
DK almost bought a
easy 800 horse. Camp. I could eat. That's exactly it. Get a LS car, easy 800 horse, and have a lot of fun.
They are fun,
but I don't know.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Thank you to Vincent Sal Pietro, Blind Guy RC, Williams Lake Scale Off-Road, Gunnar Nissen, Twisted Skullworks RC, David O'Brien, TDRD Adventures. Did I just say TDRD?
You did.
TRD Adventures, Kenneth Robinson, and Perry G. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you to Blind Guy RC, Jimmy Two Horses, Toxic Crawlers, Dale C., Jeremiah Salberg, Kenneth Robertson, Ray Warner, Perry G., All or None RC, Christopher Little, Eric Baker. Thank you all. Why do I feel like there's one more? It's not showing me. Here it goes. Oh, no, that was it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We will see you guys tomorrow morning.
Yeah, see you all tomorrow morning for something that we weren't allowed to talk about tonight.
Yeah. This thing.
That thing right over there. Yeah. Have a great evening. Friday, what are you building, Josh?
Yeah, hit the like button. I don't know. I may just hit that TWS with a hammer for 3 hours. Just gonna blend up that.
Will it blend? Yes.
And I'm gonna put that in a bag and send that to Alex.
Amazing. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Later, everybody. And Buck Dandy sneaking in there.
Oh, nice one.
Let's see you guys.
Love you. Bye.